welcome. Thank you so much for joining us here at queercrush.com. I am Electra Rain. Can you both please introduce yourselves?
I'm Nikki Z.
I'm Rocky Emerson. Hello.
Yay, thank you both for being here. First question, have you ever worked together before?
No, we've never met.
That was my next question. Have you met before?
No.
Cool.
Wait, we did. Very briefly, and you had a Luigi costume on.
Oh, there's a reason I don't remember. Okay, yeah. We were there.
Oh, a reason
Sorry.
you don't remember. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Got it.
Sorry.
Wait, where was this Luigi costume?
There was at a party and it was in passing. Yeah.
It was like very
I did a
brief.
matching costume.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Luigi
Yeah,
is
I was
one
Luigi.
of Chloe's favorite.
I was also Super Mario that night, and my partner was Princess Peach, so it was like,
right.
yeah.
Oh my god, you guys were fated
Meant
to
to
be
be.
paired up. See, and I didn't even know that when, spoiler alert, I paired them up today.
Yeah.
Yay. Rocky was like, I don't know, who should I work with? And I was like, I know that, like, I didn't even hesitate. I was like, you want to work with Rocky? When are you free? So,
Yeah.
like, this will be a good one. I'm excited about it. Yay. Okay, very cool. Let's change gears a little bit. Let's talk about what kinds of toys do each of you like?
You first.
Vibrators. I'm big on the vibe. I'm a very sensitive clit, so it's little, but it's sensitive.
We can
So-
not use a strap on, and I can just vibrate her. We can. We can.
She
I
definitely
can't.
likes
We
the strap on. I say this because it's how we met.
Okay.
I mean, I do like the strap-on too. So.
Okay. We'll see
Yeah, I like
those.
both.
Okay.
Because why not both?
Okay.
But like at home, if I'm like, you know, DJing, then I would just a vibrator.
Same.
That's what I do. Yeah.
Same.
Cool. Well, then you already answered my next question, which is, how do you like to masturbate? Like, when it's
okay.
like just you, it's not.
I
for the
don't
camera.
really masturbate. I've been trying to more.
Mhm.
How do you go to sleep at night?
Oh my god. So I've never really been like a big masturbator, and I don't really know why, but I've been trying to more to like up my horniness level by like training my brain to want that. Like I'm trying to
Okay.
make myself addicted to orgasms basically, which is like such a weird thing to say, but I think that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to like encourage the dopamine.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Cool.
But I never like need it.
Are you a pot smoker?
No.
And I was gonna say, weed that has CBG in it tends to make people horny. It definitely makes me horny.
I got really horny the other day. I have an edible that has CBG in it, and I was like, oh, this is interesting.
Yeah, the CBG. I got it.
Time to masturbate
Right?
after edible.
Yes, I have chronic pain, and I had looked up, like, I was having a specific issue, like a flare-up of an issue, and I was like, what is the best kind of weed to help with this issue? And I read about it, and it was this one specific strain. It's like, oh, because it has a higher CBG content.
I have it
And I
for
guess
migraine.
CBG is supposed to help with the pain, and I got it, and I was like, this vape makes me horny. So then I did research on it, and it turns out, yes, CBG is known to make you horny. So.
Okay, cool.
Okay,
Yeah, I
noted.
had it for migraines, and then I was suddenly like, hello, to
Yeah.
my partner, and he was like, okay.
Hello.
I'm not a migraine. I'm like,
Yeah.
now I need your
Yeah.
penis.
This is a cure.
Wow.
Migraine.
Wow, lucky him.
Right?
Are each of you more of a top or a bottom? Or first, that's an acceptable answer.
I used to be really bottomy. Now I'm like sort of toppy sometimes.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm like 90% bottom. But I recently have had a couple opportunities where I've like topped or just been really switchy.
I was so
And-
proud of you.
Thanks. And yeah, it's like something like bubbled up inside of me, and I was like, yes.
All of a sudden
Like,
you're like, wait, I want to do the thing that people have been doing to me?
yeah,
This is incredible.
Like, what is this rush? Is it testosterone? I feel like I don't know what is happening. Like, what do I want?
Yeah.
Like,
It's so fun.
Yeah, I remember when I started dating and fucking my now wife, and I was topping regularly for like the first time in my life. And I was like, wait a second, I can get the same or sometimes better gratification doing all those things I always fantasized about, but as a top, and then I get to bypass a lot of my anxieties about like my own body and sex and blah, blah, blah. Like, wow, what a cool hack.
I am the type of top, so we'll see if it comes out today. We'll see if you awaken it. I am like not like bratty. I'm like sweet, but I just really like to like edge people and to like make
I'm
them really,
endangered.
really want whatever it is that I have to offer, and I'll just be like, you don't get to have this.
Oh.
This is gonna be fun.
So
Okay.
I don't think I've done it to anyone with a pussy. Actually, I've done it to a lot of dudes, and it's really fun to watch their like dick throbbing.
Mm-hmm.
The dick rubbing is cool.
Yeah. So that's why I was like, we'll see if you wait.
Yeah.
Now I'm talking about it, and I'm like, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She's a good one for
I
it.
too am
You're
like,
good at
yeah.
finding that. That's
It's already working. I already did it.
Well done. Well done. Let's talk about slightly more serious, possibly. Let's talk about how and when each of you realized that you were queer. As much or as little as you would like to share.
Like, you go first because I have to think about my answer.
Yeah, so I don't know. I think how do I put on words?
Take your time.
There have been lots of moments recently, or like in the last year, where I think back to something that's like happened in my past, and I was like, oh, yeah, that was the gay. Like that was the gay in me. Okay, like not realizing, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So I like when I first realized it was shortly after moving to California. My boss at Best Buy / became my best friend / roommate.
And they were
I was
roommates.
very attracted to her, and like I didn't realize it was attraction at first. I just knew I wanted to be near her like all the time. Yes, like whenever we were working, like I would have questions. I didn't have questions, but like you know, I had questions, you know, because like I wanted to be near her, and she was just very like, even though she was shorter than me and she had like long pretty hair, but she was also very like strong, like she like a pit bull kind of attitude, like she fuck shit up, and so I felt safe with her, and so we'd go out and stuff, and there were times where like the gay came out a little bit when we would go out, and I'm like, oh yeah, okay, you know, and she's a lesbian, so I'm like, okay.
That helps.
She was talking to me about it, and she was like, I think you might be a little gay. Like,
That's so funny.
yeah, and I was like, okay, I'm bisexual, and then the more I do this, the more I'm like, oh no,
All of it.
really enjoy this.
Yeah.
Can I ask, and if you're not comfortable sharing, you don't have to, but
Mhm.
did anything ever happen with her?
Yes.
Yay! Oh good, I'm so happy.
Yeah, not fully. It was like at a club. Like, yeah.
But it still meant something to you.
Yeah, it was really hot. But on the way home, we were like, we can't do that again.
That's funny.
Yeah, but it was good. Thanks, Vanessa.
Oh, thank you, Vanessa.
Shout out my name.
Yeah.
Damn. She's special.
Yeah.
Yeah, she is. Rocky, how about you?
I think for me, I have always been like, okay, so when I was a kid, I like wanted to kiss my girlfriends, but like, I don't know, like I always wanted it. And then like the older I got, it's kind of like a sad story, like I had a girlfriend, and my dad said in front of her that he would disown any child he ever had if they became gay, which shout out to my dad, thanks for disowning me.
Damn.
It's okay, no, I joke about it a lot, so like don't feel bad for me, I'm healing with humor.
I'm all about it.
I'd so much rather kiss a pretty girl than have my dad call me, to be honest. Like, for real, like, which one sounds more fun?
Okay, thanks, Dad. I'll take the benefit from this.
But then I think from there, like, cis women kind of, like, fell off for me. Because, like, she broke up with me and said I wasn't ready for this and whatever. And then, like, I was, like, straight for a really long time again. That's why it's part of the story. So then I, like, figured out I was, like, pansexual, like, much sooner than I, like, realized I had any, like, lesbian, like, normal gay in me. Like, I was, like, super into all the trans people and non-binary people and, like, just all the people. And then, like, to this day, like I even told you earlier, I was like, I might probably not make you come because I'm, like, terrified of cis women. I don't know what it is. It's, like, so, but the only thing I watch, I have one video I watch, one porn video I've watched. I watched it my whole masturbating career, which I don't do a lot, but when I do, it's a video of one girl cis girl going down on another cis girl, and it's just a close-up of her eating pussy, and it gets me every time. And I'm like, I'm so gay, like, I'm so gay. And then you like put a pretty girl in front of me, and I'm like, I don't know what to do. Yep. So it's funny because I look the least gay with girls, but I think I'm actually the most into them.
That's valid and really valid.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, absolutely. My relationship with my wife was the first relationship since I became sexually active where we weren't fucking first before there was any kind of relationship. And it was because I was like, I had sex with like a couple of girls, but I had not like seriously dated any girls. And she's 4 years older than me, so I was 21 when we started dating, and she was 25, and she like lived in the city already. I was finishing up college. She lived in the city, and she had like an office job, but at like a cool company with like music here and shit, and she was like a real serious grown-up lesbian, and I was afraid, like big afraid.
Lesbian.
Yeah, so we but like a cool hipstery music one. Yeah, so in Chicago. So and like and is a bassist and like, I'm just the world's luckiest groupie, and I was terrified. So we made a pact after, like, our first date lasted 12 and a half hours, but there was one goodnight kiss, and that was the only, like, physical anything. If that had been, like, some dude, we would have been fucking by hour 3, right? But, like, I was terrified. So we made a pact for our first several months that anything goes with the underwear still on. And like it took like months, and then eventually we moved past that. But
yeah, I'm like so scared, and it's like probably the one body part I should actually know what to do with. And I had a roommate thing too.
But like everyone's so different. So like maybe what works for me isn't gonna work for you. I don't want to make assumptions.
I had a roommate thing too though. I forgot about that. I did. Yeah. When I was like 18, like first apartment, I had a lesbian roommate, and her and I like hooked up after her and her girlfriend broke up, and I was always like the token straight person. Like I hung out with all of these queer people, and they're like, what are you doing with us? And I just kept saying like, I don't know, I'm straight. I was like so convinced I was straight. And then her and I hooked up, and she was like, we can't, like, we live together, we can't do this. And I was like, okay, I'm sorry. And she was like, you're super gay. And I was like, no, I'm not. No, I'm not. But yeah, I've like done that. Like I've just been like, I don't know, like this is really hot, but like I suddenly don't know how to have sex.
Yeah, I've never had sex in my whole entire life, and I do not know how, and goodbye. Yeah, I feel that. I'm sorry. It's hard.
So you're part of my finding my gauge.
Exposure therapy.
Yes,
exposure therapy. Awesome. And with that, is there anything else either of you would like to share before we get started? Doesn't have to be. Cool.
I don't know, I can't think of anything.
No.
Yeah. Then if you could just introduce yourselves one last time and give like a website or a social media handle or something like that for the viewers.
Okay. I'm Nikki Z, and my website is realnikkiz.com, and that is most of my social media as well. Real Nikki Z.
That's Z-E-E-Z, not just the letter Z.
Yes, Z-E.
Smart. I am Rocky Emerson, and all of my social medias are listed on whoisrocky.com.
Very smart. Thank you both. Once again, I am Electra Rain here behind the camera for queercrush.com, and we'll see you all soon.